What is going on, guys? We are back again with another free pick video on PrizePicks, this time for Thursday night football this week for week 6 in the NFL. It is Tuesday right now, so posting this a little early to hopefully have you guys plenty of time to catch this video and lock in these free picks. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So we have just one game for Thursday night, and that is Seahawks versus 49ers. And man, let's just hope that this Thursday night football is just like last Thursday. Pretty high scoring game, action packed. Usually Thursday night football is pretty notorious for being bad games, but this seems like a pretty good matchup. I really like this game. Especially Seahawks have been doing pretty good lately. I know they lost the last two, but very close games, and they've been doing pretty good so far. Pretty action packed. And then 49ers, although they do have the talent and although they are playing pretty good games, they are 2-3. So this is not the same 49ers team that we are used to. We could blame CMC's absence, but I don't know, man. Jordan Mason's kind of killing it. He's doing his job. So I don't really see CMC's absence being a big factor. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I've said it before and I'll say it again. I really don't like to do same game plays on PrizePicks just because when you do a same game play, it drops the payout because it has too much correlation. So that's just what PrizePicks does. So I want to do two free plays for you today. We're going to do one on each side and then pair it with a game for, this Sunday in the NFL. So the first one that I like is obviously we're going to go to Brock Purdy, and we'll do 252 pass yards. Take the over there. I like I said, I think this is going to be a pretty back and forth game. I don't see anyone really with a huge lead and then just forcing the rush. So I think that it's going to be a one-score game the entire time. One team's up, and the next team gets up. So I think it's going to be pretty competitive, and I think they're going to be forced to throw. So I like the Brock Purdy at 252.5 pass yards. And who I want to pair it with is I want to do Debo, but I want to do rush plus receiving because we've all watched the 49ers, and Debo, they really like to give him the little pass back and give him some rushing yards. That's kind of his style right there. So I really like 70.5 rush yards. You can look at his game log. He gets a lot of rush yards every game. And obviously, he's very capable of getting just 71 receiving yards by himself. So I always, these kind of players, kind of like Jaden Reed, even CeeDee Lamb sometimes, they always get those little pass backs and get some rushing yards. So I really like to do it on these types of receivers. So I like that play right there. And then the game I want to pair it with is we can go back to pass yards. And I really like Trevor Lawrence versus Chicago. Obviously, we know that the Jags have been pretty bad lately, but they really came through last weekend. And I actually took Trevor Lawrence's under last weekend, and he blew that out of the water. So I really like it against Chicago. A lot of these quarterbacks are putting up a lot of yards against Chicago, and especially with the way Caleb Williams is kind of starting to come, he's starting to do his thing, starting to get a little more comfortable. So, and they're doing a lot better these last 2 weeks. So I think that should be a pretty well-matched and good game right there. So I'll take the over for Trevor Lawrence. And then as far as receiver goes, it's kind of tricky, but I really like Brian Thomas Jr. Obviously, he got like that 80-something yard pass last week, but this is definitely the deep threat on the Jags. And as far as Gabe Davis and Christian Kirk, they're just too kind of iffy. You never know who's going to get the ball that game. So I really like Brian Thomas Jr. It's clearly, I'm not going to say he's the wide receiver one, but it's clearly Trevor Lawrence's new favorite target. And he is pretty damn good, honestly. He's pretty good at getting open. So I like that play as well. So as you can see, instead of an 8X payout, like it would be for a same game play, if we just took, Purdy and Geno and then, their two receivers, it would be 8X. So now we have a 10X play. So I don't know about you, but you might think, oh, that's only 2X. But I mean, hey, we are here to profit. And the way you profit is to make as much money as possible on these plays. So I'm going to lock that in right there. And then as far as the other side, once this loads, as far as the other side on Seattle, let's go ahead and clear this. And then we'll go back to pass yards. And again, like I said with Brock Purdy, I think it's going to be a pretty well-matched game. And I think it's going to be it might even be a little high-scoring game as well. Even though the 49ers have lost 3 out of the last 5 games. They're putting up a lot of points. So I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Same with Seattle. They're putting up a good amount of points. So should be a pretty action-packed, high-scoring game. I'll take the over on Geno. And then as far as receiving yards, we got to go with DK. He had a bad game last week, but I think that he's going to come in clutch this week. The weeks before that, I think he got 300-yard games in a row. So I like DK at 67.5 right there. Honestly, I think DK should be, probably 77, 78.5. So I like that line a lot. And I want you guys to pay attention to this, because even if you're watching this, Thursday morning, you see Geno at 253.5. And I can almost guarantee, with the way he's been playing, that by the time Thursday comes, this will be in the high 260s, maybe even at 270. Maybe 270 is a little bit stretch, but I bet you this will be in the 260s. So make sure to take advantage of this as soon as possible, because that line will change. Now, who I want to pair this one with is we're going to go to Dallas versus Detroit. We're going to take Dak Prescott. If you've been watching Dallas a lot lately, they're getting some wins. They're 3-2, but a lot of their games are very close if they're not playing from behind. And Dak has been coming in clutch with these pass yards. So whether you think that they're a good team or not, that doesn't really matter. It's the fact that even when they're losing, Dak Prescott is putting up these yards. So it's not about win or lose. It's about if he's going to get 262 pass yards. So I like that right there. And then as far as receiving goes, I really like Jake Ferguson as well, but I do think I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb. It's a really good matchup against the Lions for CeeDee Lamb, and I really like him at 82.5 receiving yards. Honestly, this 3.5 rush yards is honestly kind of tempting. I might lock that in on some other plays as well, but for now, I like this play, Geno and DK with Dak and CeeDee Lamb. So again, I'll lock that in for you right there. Okay, so and as far as the rest of the plays, we have been on a pretty good tear lately. The last 2 weeks have been great. Last week we did profit, so we profited 19 units and making a $20 better, $380. So not the craziest weekend, but hey, profit is profit. And I know if you're watching this, I don't think anyone would mind making $380 watching football. So that's pretty good. And then the week before that was just absolutely insane. We had all these wins right here, some 20X plays, a lot of PrizePicks plays, even with Seattle right here. And the week before last, we profited 73 units. Absolutely insane. Making a $20 better, profited $1,460. So I've showed you the last 2 weeks. We've been doing pretty good. The first 2 weeks of NFL were not the best. A lot of weird games. I mean, honestly, even in college football, a lot of weird games, a lot of upsets. So those didn't really go our way too much, but lately we've been crushing it, and I plan to do that this week as well. Even with college football coming up, I will do some free pick videos for college football. We got a lot of crazy games. We got the Red River rivalry. We got Ole Miss versus LSU. A lot of good games. October 12th should be pretty crazy. So if you want on the action, you can just come over to my Winnable account. The link will be in the description below, so make sure to click that and check that out. And this is my Winnable page, and this is where I post all of my VIP picks. And you can come over here to my subscription plans. And I always have the free plan. So if you want to just go join that free plan, if you don't want to watch all of my videos, which I would appreciate if you did, but I post all of my free pick video plays on my free plan. So you could always go join that. Obviously, it's absolutely free, and you will just get all my free picks over there. But I really love this NFL and college football season VIP pass, and that will get you every single play that I lock in for college football and NFL all the way until past the Super Bowl. It is listed at $14.49, but for you guys on YouTube, and I swear I only post this on YouTube. I do have 2 Instagram accounts that I run, and those will be linked in the below that you can go check out. And but I only post this on YouTube because I just had to start a fresh YouTube at the beginning of the season. And I'm just really trying to get more loyal followers on YouTube. I feel like you guys are, you guys know more about this stuff. You guys are more invested in it. And so I want to build more of a more loyal following on YouTube. So for you guys, I have code TNF6 for Thursday Night Football Week 6, and that will get you 75% off. It's for the first 5 people to lock that in. So it is limited to 5 people. So make sure to take advantage of that. And if that price still seems kind of steep, I'll come over here and this will be the landing page for you guys. And you can just type in code TNF6, apply that. And it knocks off almost $1,100 right there for you and making it $362. You saw just last weekend wasn't even that good of a weekend, and we made $380, so you could have paid that off in the first weekend. And then they also have payment plans. You pay $0 down, and then it's $34 a month. So that is an insane deal. So make sure to take advantage of that. Again, code TNF6 for 75% off. That's all I got for you guys today. I got you guys those two free picks. So I give you guys free plays. Make sure to show the support back, like this video, comment below, and most of all, subscribe. I will catch you guys on the next free pick video. Peace.